What's going on? What's going on? It's Anthony with AM/PM Executive Lawn Care Services, right? Out here at my client's house about to aerate his lawn for him. We got the Classen CA18 model of aerator, right? Take you a fly around on the back. It's a 4-prong aeration machine. So what these do is when you're rolling, these puncture the ground and create hundreds of holes, and they create hundreds of these little plugs that look like this that come out your grass. All right, so I'm gonna show you the lawn before and after. Here's the before. We just cut this lawn. All right, you can slightly see the stripes. So I cut on like a 3.5. You see the stripes over here. All right, so once we get done plugging this, there's gonna be a bunch of little core holes, right? And we're gonna be using that machine and doing all sides. All right, so let's get started. Over here. All right, go over here. Remember, this is the Classen CA18. We got the on switch right here. All right, got the on switch. Click that on. Make sure your gas lever's on. All right, push your choke a little bit forward and pull your choke a little bit back. Right, I'm gonna fire it up. Once it fires up, push this choke forward. Once it fires up, you push this choke forward, push this lever forward, push it back. So once we fire it up, right, we turn it on, we fire it up, we start with this choke back, and this lever's a little bit forward, right? This is like the turtle, and then as you pull back, it gets to the rabbit, right? It goes faster. So in order to start it up, we put the choke halfway, your gas, make sure your gas is on, and then you start it up. And as we pull the lever back, before we start, all right, we always get on the grass. You got your sprinkler head right here. I stay about 6 inches to a foot away from the sprinkler head, not to damage the sprinkler head. All right. Now, when this is in operating mode, you're gonna push down on this handle, and it's gonna drop the wheels and put the spikes into the ground. Then once you use this lever is what's gonna propel the machine forward. So once you pull this lever, it's gonna pull the machine forward and just walk behind it. When you're done and you're ready to turn, put your hand up, because you'll smash your finger if you don't. Put your hand up and lift the bar up like this, right? This is in the transport mode now. Now the spikes are no longer in the ground. So I'm gonna fire him up and I'm gonna get it going. That's pretty much it, right? If you zoom in down here, all right, we got these finger-sized holes. All right, you can see if you part the grass, puts those finger-sized holes. Now, what aeration does is it pokes hundreds of holes in the ground, and it allows for the water to absorb deeper into the soil. When the water absorbs deeper into the soil, it forces the grass to grow deeper roots, which creates stronger and healthier grass, right? And this is a great time to fertilize. So watch, we're gonna fertilize. So I'm gonna show you what I use to fertilize. For me, this works great year round. right? Turf Royale 21,714. All right, I got 4 parts of a lawn, right? So this isn't gonna be for this one section. This will be for the whole front 4 parts, right? We got this part, we still gotta aerate. That part, we still gotta aerate. And we got that part over there, we're still gonna aerate, okay? One thing, if you don't know where the sprinklers are, turn the sprinklers on and set a flag, right, in the ground. You know, get you whatever color you want from Lowe's, right? Home Depot, Horizon, wherever you go. You can mark your sprinkler heads so that way you know you're not gonna hit them, right? If you're not familiar with the lawn. But if you've been working with the lawn over time, you know where everything's at. If you want to err on the side of caution, put it in, but as long as the sprinklers are on the edges, you're more than likely good, right? So I got this set to 3, right, with the fertilizer. There's a little gate in here. When I push this back, the gate opens up and allows for fertilizer. The more fertilizer, the higher the number. The less fertilizer, the lower the number, right? And you just spin this wheel forward or backward. I typically like to go backward. It's a little bit more controlled on the spread. And now we'll fertilize, and then we'll drop in those holes and fertilize deep in the thing. So I always do my edges first, and then I do the middle. It's a nice slow rotation, consistent. I'm doing the edge so it doesn't just spray all over the place. I don't fertilize and overseed at the same time. If I fertilize and overseed at the same time, somebody told me that it'll kill the grass seed, right? So I still got this much left over. All right, this is gonna be for those other sections. But that's pretty much aeration, right? In a nutshell. This is the most important part to aerate. You can aerate twice a year. It's recommended to do it at least once a year, right? Either in the fall or in the spring. One of those 2 times is when you want to aerate your lawn, right? So typical aeration service for this front lawn only can range from $100 to $120, let's say $80 to $120, right? Fertilizer, $40 to $60, depending on the size of the lawn. I don't discuss my customers' prices. That's just for personal information for them. So it pretty much depends on where you're at, what they're gonna price you at. But that's just a general price range, all right? Take care of your lawn. And this is AM/PM Executive Services, right? Anything I can do better, let me know. Any questions, leave them in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe.